I'm live on two platforms, IG and on YouTube. So if I'm looking back and forth, then that's why, okay? But welcome in. Come on in. Come on in. Today is Wednesday, so it's a crafty chat kind of day. Hello, hello. I feel like I haven't been live in forever, even though I was just live last week, right? Last week I was just live, but feels like it's been forever. But how's everybody doing? Come on in. Come on in. I have some good news and I have some bad news. Well, not really bad, but some bad news. So, not bad, but for the people that's used to it, it might be bad. So y'all let me know what y'all want to hear first, the good news or the bad news. Hello, Crafty Sis Artemio. Okay, from Texas. Welcome in, sis. Welcome in, welcome in. Yeah, where are you guys tuning in from? Drop it in the comments to let me know. So YouTube, I see y'all just coming in. I said I have some good news and some bad news. Which I want first, the good news or the bad news? Hello, Crafty Sis Noel. How are you? The bad first? Okay, Crafty Sis Noel said the bad first. Hello from Barbados. Hello, hello, Crafty Sis. Another Texas in the house. Kim is in Texas as well. That's 4 people from Texas already. Wow. Okay, Texas in the house. I see Los Angeles. Okay, are there any Crafty Sisters who are joining for the first time? Are you new or have you been here? Let me know. Drop a new in the comments if you're new here. So while I give y'all the news. So the bad news is Template Thursday, okay? But tomorrow's a really busy day, so I don't think I'm gonna make it on for Template Thursday, y'all. I ain't even gonna lie to y'all. Oh, my hands are ashy. I ain't even gonna lie to y'all. I don't think I'm gonna make it on for Template Thursday, but we might could make it up today. Later on today, not right now, but later on today, maybe we could make it up. So y'all let me know if y'all want to make it up. Look, Crafty says, Noel, don't cry, don't cry. Look, we might be able to do it today. We might be able to do it today. So if today is okay. So if anything, I'll come back on later on today. The reason why, because tomorrow morning is a busy morning with doctor's appointments with my mom, and then the afternoon, my daughter has something going on at school. So I'm pretty sure I'm not gonna make it on tomorrow, but we will make it up, and I will come on later on today. So be on the lookout for that, okay? The good news is y'all got me right now, okay? Y'all got me right now, and I have some tips for y'all. But before I jump into the tips, yeah, she's fine. She's going actually for a mammogram tomorrow. She does have cancer. Y'all know that, right? She does, but she's doing okay. She's doing her chemo treatments and things like that. So tomorrow she has an appointment for a mammogram, and I'm gonna go with her. So, but she's fine. But thank you for asking, Crafty Sis. That was so sweet. Handle your biz. Thank you, sis. Thank you. Okay, I see a Crafty Sis. Christina says she's new. So welcome. For the Crafty Sisters who are new, thank you, Crafty Sis. She says nice yellow and pink balloons. So this is the decor for the Ultimate Party Favorite Experience. Y'all know it's happening. We had class this past weekend. We have another virtual class this coming weekend. So Crafty Sis Tracy listening while driving. But drive safe, Crafty Sis. Drive safe, okay? Drive safe. Don't be texting and driving. Don't be texting and driving. But so for the Crafty Sisters who are new, welcome. My name is Mona. I create and sell some of the most amazing custom party favors, and I also teach other creatives and Crafty Sisters how to do the same. So the Crafty Sis mentioned the decor. I will show you guys if y'all want to see the whole thing. Let me show YouTube first. So this is what it's looking like in here, y'all. It's cute in here. This is how it looks. So YouTube first. We have our wall of fame for the Crafty Sisters who all have done in-person classes. We have the other side here where we set it up for content. So the Crafty Sisters get to also, oh, don't look at my cabinet. The Crafty Sisters also get to do content in here on both sides. Both sides. So that's what it's looking like, y'all. It's super fun. Let me show. I gotta show IG. Let me show IG. I can't leave y'all hanging. I'll be right back, YouTube. Let me show IG. So IG, let me show you guys. Thank you, Crafty Sis. Let me show y'all how it's looking in here. So this is how it looks. We got balloons all along the walls. We have our Wall of Fame for all the Crafty Sisters who took in-person classes. Of course, we have so many other Crafty Sisters who's taken virtual classes, but these are all the people who I got to meet in person. Back here, we kind of set up. Y'all see I used some of the decor from Zoe's party. We set up for them to be able to do content. And over here, so we have two different content setups. This is from the Princess Experience. I just, repurposed the stuff. So that's what it's looking like. Let's sit back down. Sit back down. All right, y'all. So the ultimate party favorite experience. And I'm going to just tell y'all, of course, I'm going to give y'all the tips and stuff. So stay tuned to the end of the live because y'all know it's always going to be gems flowing, okay? Gems flowing. But to start off, I do want to tell you guys that the ultimate party favorite experience, so the very last class, unless you do 101, what it is. So the ultimate party favorite experience is for the Crafty Sisters who are looking to learn more, right? You're looking to sharpen your skills. You're looking to not only just learn how to create the party favors, but I teach how to design, assemble. Of course, we go over materials, we go over pricing, we go over marketing, and we go over content. So this is for you if you're looking to actually take the skill of party favors and turn it into a business like I was able to do. Just to give you guys some background, I've been doing this since I added party favors in 2019, have been doing it ever since, and it kind of niched down, which is one of the things that I'm going to give y'all as a tip is to niche down. I was the crafter who was doing every craft, right? I was like, I can do custom anything, because y'all know us creatives, we feel like we can do any and everything, and we really try to, but I learned quickly that as a business, that's not the way to go. You have to niche down. You have to have a specialty. I mean, you don't have to, but it's the easiest way for you to be able to actually grow your business. So that's what I was able to do. I quit my 9-to-5 in 2020, never looked back. I do this absolutely full-time, party favors, everything. Okay, so that's the background. So for those of you who are in here, I do want to ask you guys, how was your year so far as a business owner? This is for my crafty business owners. Even if you don't make party favors and you just make handmade items, how was your year so far? Drop it in the comments so I can see. Let me see YouTube. Where do I see y'all comments? Live chat. Okay, there we go. Let's see. I ain't been on board, but will be someday. Got to come down from New York. We have a crafty sister who just came this weekend, and she came down from New York. She literally came for one day. She just came, flew in, took the class, and then left. Let's see. Brazil. Black dress? What are you talking about? I don't know what Crafty Sis talking about with the black dress. All right, perfect. So how was your year so far? I see Crafty Sis said meh, just meh. Okay. Anybody else? How was your year so far as a business owner? And then we'll get into the tips. Before we get into the tips, I do want to mention, okay, I see Crafty Sis said slow. Let's see, 2025 has been me. I wonder why the comments disappear here. Has been me, not where I should have been. Okay. And I want to speak on that. The not where I should have been. Because I know you're not the only Crafty Sis who I've heard say that. But I just want to remind you to give yourself grace. Because not where I should been is kind of like, you get what I'm saying? We're wherever we are based on the amount of effort that we're able to put in, right? So don't beat yourself up about where there's nowhere that you shouldn't be nowhere but where you are now. If you want to progress, of course, there's always room for that, but don't beat yourself up about the should have been part, because the good thing about being business owners, the beauty of it is that we're literally at our own pace, right? There's always room for growth, and there's always things that we can do. It's just a matter of fine-tuning some things. And me and my husband was talking about that the other day, how when you laser focus on priorities and things that matter to what you're trying to do, it's so much easier to see the growth, right? If you focus on something, then you know the growth. One of my challenges before was that I felt like my kids were like my life surrounded around what they had going on. Like, I can't get nothing done because of my kids. I can't get nothing done because they're always mommy, 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 and me. But I had to realize, okay, well, they're gonna mommy, mommy, mommy you all day anyways, right? So what can you do to change it? So what I started doing is waking up earlier. So I started waking up before they even woke up. And this was before Zoe was going to school. I just woke up before they did because I know ain't no mommy during that time, right? So I, even if it was 2 hours that I was able to get things done consistently without having to stop, it made a huge difference. So just putting that out there. We all, we all, of course, have goals and things that we want to do, but we can all get there eventually with making the slightest changes. I don't own a business, but I am a neurosurgeon. Oh, nice. It's been all right. Okay. I'm a graphic designer, but I want to transition into crafting. Okay, what kind of crafts are you interested in, Crafty Sis? Let's see IG. Okay, y'all not really commenting here on IG, but I see that y'all said business has been slow. So for the crafty sisters who are into crafting and into creating and into things like that, I do want to let y'all know, for if you don't know, I have a full virtual school. This is just a part of it, the Ultimate Party Favorite Experience. But I have so many classes, whether it's on marketing, whether it's on creating content, whether it's on whatever you need to do to fine tune your business. I have a bunch of classes, ebooks, and of course, party templates for the people that are into party favors. Right now, what's going on is I have a CBU Fund Scholarship that's going on right now. I normally do this twice a year around my birthday and then around the holidays. So for the crafty sisters who are looking to learn, you guys have the ability to win money to shop my site. So again, if you're not familiar, go to canvasbling.com. You will be able to see all the resources that's available for you to be able to literally grow your business through those classes and ebooks. And you have the ability to win. The grand prize is $1,000. So the grand prize is $1K. And this isn't tangible money, right? But it's money to be able to shop my site. My classes, those of you who know, they range from $65 up to $200 and plus for something like this plus, right? So you're able to literally beef up and stock up for the year. So let's see. Let's go here. I see we have some trolls on YouTube because Pokemon card, okay. I'm always thinking and crafting. That's how I am too. And it's like that, especially when it's something that you're trying to do to grow. It's the thinking is nonstop. So I totally get that, sis. You are not alone in this. So for all the crafty sisters who are here, keep that in mind. The scholarship fund is going on right now. To enter to win, you do have to shop because I invest in the crafty sisters who invest in themselves. For all of you guys who have already met the threshold, go ahead and apply. The application is open for you guys to be able to apply. Okay, so let's get into some things that you guys can do to end off the year strong. So let's go here. Okay, first things first, okay, to end the year strong. First things first. And again, don't beat yourself up about anything that happened this year because there's always next year, right? We always have time to be able to fine tune things, tie some loose ends, and get things rolling. But it's all a matter of doing things differently. So if you are the person that's struggling, don't be afraid to reach out for help, right? Whatever that may look like, whether you do it through CBU or find somewhere else, don't be afraid to reach out for help because people can teach you things that they've learned for you to be able to skip the steps that they couldn't skip, okay? So it took me longer. For some crafty sisters, they're literally getting the shortcut and seeing so much growth in their business because of it, because they get to learn directly from me the things that I had to learn the hard way, okay? So the very first thing to do to end the year strong, of course, is to take inventory. See what did well for you this year. What didn't do well. Oftentimes, we try to hold on to stuff that's no longer serving us or that no longer works for us because we want it to work so bad. It's okay to pivot as a business owner. Oh, I see Crafty Sisters from Mentorship and Tracy coming in. My bad, y'all. I forgot to tell y'all I was going live. My bad. I'm so sorry. I said I was going to do better with that. But take inventory. Don't be afraid to let go of what doesn't work for you anymore. And, have a fresh perspective when it comes to your business. So that includes any of your products. Go through and see what did well this year. What were the customers gravitating more towards? Because those are the things that you should focus on more and what are some of the things that they didn't gravitate towards at all? Because that might be some of the things that you can get rid of. Again, I tell my story all the time. As a crafter, I was one of those people that was trying to sell everything. And what I found was that I was driving myself crazy for no reason, right? I'm driving myself crazy trying to cater to everybody when in reality, everybody is not your customer. You might have that one-off person that comes to you for one thing. Now you're buying materials for that when that was the only person who really came to you for that. Keep in mind that as a business owner, at whatever you may do or whatever you may sell, hey, Crafty Sis Carla, whatever you may sell, right? There's marketing goes into all of it. So if you're the person that's selling several different things, the marketing strategy isn't exactly the same for each thing, right? You have to create a plan for each thing that you're selling. So keep that in mind too. When you niche down, when you narrow down, it makes things so much easier for yourself overall, okay? So that's the first thing. Second thing is simplify your orders. For those of you who took my holiday strategy, holiday sales challenge, and that class, the holiday marketing class, the holiday marketing 101 class, you know that I talked about having an offer for the holiday season. It doesn't mean that you can't sell your other things, right? It just means that you have that main thing that you know that you can promote to attract people eventually to everything else. So pick a main offer in your business overall. I know I kind of put it around the holiday seasons, but in general, what is your main offer? And the Crafty Sisters who's in mentorship, y'all know I try to put it in perspective as far as experiences, right? What experiences can you give to your customers through your custom items or through whatever it is that you're making your main offer or whatever it is that you're selling? So don't be afraid to have that one thing that's your go-to thing. And then from there, you can still incorporate other things that make sense, and it makes things easier for yourself. Because now you're able to keep track of inventory better because you know exactly what you're buying to create those things, right? Okay, I see Crafty Sis says hers is balloons and party favors for adults. Okay, love, 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 love it, right? Because you can tie those things together. So have your main offer and then have your supporting offer. Because of course, if you took the holiday sales challenge and that class is still available for those of you who need it, we talked about having tiers, right? You're going to have your main offer, you're going to have an upsell, and you're going to have a downsell. So keep that in mind, okay? So that's the second thing. Welcome for those of you coming in. We are talking about things that you can do to kind of make things easier for yourself going into next year and how to kind of, smooth things out for your business. The first thing we said was take inventory, look at what's going good, what's not going good, what went good this year, what didn't go good this year, which products and services people were gravitating more towards, which ones they were not. What are some of those craft supplies that's clogging up your space, right? That you're not doing anything with, that you can afford to get rid of. Things like that. So we talked about that. We talked about simplifying your offers. Don't be afraid to have a main offer. Ooh, from Sweden. Hello, hello. That's so cool. Look, I don't know why my comments on YouTube, I have to keep clicking it to be able to see the comments, but I can see how some of them are growing. Okay, so welcome from Sweden. So we talked about that. The next thing is get help where you're weak, okay? So if marketing confuses you, learn about marketing. If content confuses you, learn about content. And don't be afraid to get help from someone who you know can help, right? Like, for example, even if y'all don't come to me. But don't be afraid. I have one-on-one sessions available for all of these things. You can literally go through and pick whatever it is that you're looking to learn, and we can dive deep into that subject. So don't be afraid to get help. If you need accountability, join Facebook groups. There's groups available to be able to hold you accountable for the things that you say that you want to do, right? If you need help growing, don't be afraid to get mentorship. Get the help that you need, okay? Don't be afraid. Don't be ashamed that you need help, because I promise you, just to give an example, I can tell the difference between the Crafty Sisters who have taken the Party Favor Masterclass and used the information. I can tell the difference between the Crafty Sisters who are in mentorship with what they're doing with the information. I can see the difference in the quality of how they're showing up, right? And it's not even just the work, because a lot of you guys are really, really good already. You're great at what you do. You're great at what you're creating. Your party favors look amazing. Your balloons look amazing, but it's just the marketing piece that's missing, or it's just the whatever it is that's missing in your business to be able to help you reach the people that's your audience. Or it could even be something as simple as that, being unclear on who your audience is. So my message to you is to get the help in your areas that you're weak. And again, it goes back to taking inventory of things that you need help with, things that you need to fine tune, and get the help you need, y'all, because the help is out there. It's going to help you be better as a business owner and ultimately grow how you're looking to grow. Okay, so the next thing is to finish strong, not perfect. Okay. You can still show up even if things aren't perfect. Don't feel like you have to have all your ducks in a row in order to show up. Even down to, I know one of the things is people showing up with content, right? You going live for your business. You showing up for yourself. Some of the crafty sisters are like, I don't want to go because I don't know what to say, or I don't want to go because I've never done it before, so I'm nervous about it. Show up anyway. Do it scared. I promise you, eventually it's going to get better. Nothing starts off just perfect. It takes practice. I talk about all the time how when I used to go live, the only person that would be there is my husband. Okay? He would be the only one there, but I would still show up and talk like I'm speaking to an audience. Because at the end of the day, I was able to get practice. I was able to get the nervousness out of the way, and I was able to ultimately keep showing up. And y'all see, I go live. It was one point where I used to go live every day. Okay? Just about every day. But now I go live at least every week. So keep that in mind. It gets better, but you have to show up. Even your products. Sometimes you guys want to wait to launch your products. And it's like, no, just go ahead and launch, okay? Go ahead and launch. It's okay to fix things later. Things don't always, it's not always perfect right then and there, but when you're able to show up, you're able to see what areas you can improve and what things you can do differently to make it better. But if you never show up, you don't know what the possibility would be. So don't be afraid to show up. Finish strong, not perfect. Sell even when you feel awkward. I know. It might feel a little awkward showing up, but when you think about it, think about your 9 to 5, right? It's not awkward for you to do whatever it is they tell you to do there. So the same goes with your business. You have to show up and create the same plan that you were given. When we go to our 9 to 5s, we don't just go there and we're waiting to see, okay, so what do we do today? No, when you get there, there's already things you have already been trained to come and not waste time on the clock, to do what you got to do. So the same goes with your business. Find ways to make it easier for yourself with having more structure. Okay, so the next thing is to use what you already have. I know, we all have goals. We all have things that we want. We want this, we want that, we want that. But don't wait until you have all the things that you say that you want in order to start. Just start with what you have. I promise you, it's more than enough. Especially if you're doing something like what we're doing with Party Favors. It's a low startup cost. All you need is printer, paper, and whatever software you're using. So keep that in mind. You don't always need everything. You don't need the best, biggest printer. Literally, I started off with a $200 or less printer. And that printer lasted me even to now. It's just now messing up, y'all. It's just now messing up. Allow you actually putting yourself out there, getting the orders. Let that pay for whatever else you're trying to upgrade. Okay? The next thing, and let me know if I'm going too fast, y'all. Let me know if I'm going too fast. The next thing is to set a realistic revenue goal. That's one thing that I find that a lot of crafty sisters don't do. It's like you say you want to make sales. I want to make sales in my business, or I want to do this. No, put a number on it. How much do you want to make? And how you can kind of gauge it to make it realistic, right, for you. Because I don't want to say you can't reach whatever goal you're trying to accomplish, right? Because you can reach whatever goal you're trying to accomplish. But be realistic with the goals too. Don't set goals that you know you can reach. So that you know you can reach with no problem. So if your average order is, we'll just say $200 a month, right? Don't set your goal at $200 because you know you can do that. At least try to double it. At least try to double it to start off and then keep going from there. But don't come in off the gate saying, this year I want to make 6 figures, knowing that you haven't made anything yet. Like, that's not realistic for you, right? And starting off. So set realistic goals that you know you can actually reach for and actually attack. And then let yourself gradually grow from there. Because sometimes what happens is you're setting unrealistic expectations on yourself, and then when you don't reach it, it makes you want to quit. And that's what I'm trying to help you avoid. Avoid making it unrealistic. Make it realistic but specific, but don't aim low to where you know it's no problem for you to do it and you do it every time. Aim high, but high to where it's not overwhelming you. High to where you can actually, work towards that goal and then go from there. The next thing, of course, is prepare for the first quarter now. For the Crafty Sisters who are looking to have a great year next year, don't wait until next year starts to set your goals or your New Year's resolutions or whatever it might be. Do that now, okay? Start prepping now. Pick a focus and see what you have to do to be able to do that. Absolutely. Every single month, I have a monthly goal, Crafty Sisters. Every single month. And Crafty Sis, if you look in your plan, I put a goal tracker in there. That's what I kind of use to break it down. Because yes, you may have a goal, but you make it harder for yourself if you just say, I want to reach this number. Versus if you say, okay, my goal this month is X amount of dollars, right? From my main offer, how many of it do I need to sell to get to that amount? Now from that, how many do I need to break it down to sell every single day, right? You kind of got to break your big chunky goal into bite-sized pieces to make it more digestible, to make it make sense for your business. So I recommend for everyone to set goals, set goals, even if it's every single month, even if it's however you want to do it. I'm not yelling. If it's loud, then maybe turn your volume down because you keep spamming the comments. Some of y'all are trolls on here. Let me see if I could block y'all. Let's see. Because some people like these crazy comments. I don't know what's going on with YouTube today, but y'all are acting so... Look, I can't block y'all while I'm on the live, but I will block y'all after the live is over, okay? So, hello and au revoir, because you will be gone by the time the live is over. All right, so let's see the next thing that we have on here. The last thing is to stay connected and supported. As a business owner, sometimes we try to do everything by ourselves, but honestly, y'all, having community really, really helps to be able to make things better, right? Having community helps to be able to... Thank you, Crafty Sis. I know I sound fine, so I'm like, girl, lower your volume. If I'm too loud for you, then lower your volume or just exit stage left, because I don't even feel like this live is meant for that person. But we're not going to spend too much time on it, okay? Thank you, Crafty Sis. I appreciate you. But stay connected and supported. When you stay connected and supported, I'm seeing it right now through my mentorship group, right? These Crafty Sisters are literally using each other to be able to keep growing, to keep learning, to have that support. I always say, even in our everyday lives, sometimes the people in our everyday lives, it's not that they don't support us, right? But they don't understand what we're going through. They don't understand what we're doing. They don't understand the mind of a crafter. So getting around like-minded people, and again, you can find that in Facebook groups. There's free groups out there. There's so many different things available. There might even be things in your area you can look up to see what's available to be able to have that kind of support so that you don't feel like you're doing it by yourself. And so that when you do have things that you're struggling with, one of them might be your Cricut, right? When the Cricut don't want to calibrate, going to my husband to talk about calibrating the Cricut, he don't know what I'm talking about, right? Versus if I drop it in a Facebook group, I can have a Crafty Sis who might have a calibration sheet to be able to help me out, which that actually happened in our group. One of the Crafty Sisters was struggling. Someone else told her, oh, I have this form that I've been using, and she was able to help her fix the problem. So don't be afraid to be a part of community. Don't be afraid to be around like-minded people. These are the people that's going to keep you motivated and keep you feeling supported, okay? So keep that in mind, okay? So I'm going to go over them again. So before the year ends out, first things first, take inventory of everything that you have. Take inventory. See what's been going well for you. See what you need to let go. Because sometimes we're holding on to stuff that literally no longer serves us and is driving you crazy because you're still trying to fit it into the puzzle when it just don't fit, okay? Don't be afraid to let things go, and to kind of take note, right? Take note of things that didn't quite go right. See why it didn't go right and what you can do to fine-tune, to pivot going forward. Second thing is simplify your offers. Ladies, I can't stress this enough. You do not have to offer everything. You do not have to do everything. You can literally narrow things down, even down to party favors. Right now, I offer several different categories of party favors. But if I wanted to, I could literally just focus on weddings and just be the person who offers the best wedding favors ever, right? So keep that in mind. Don't be afraid to simplify your offers. It's going to make things so much easier for you. The next thing is get help in the areas that you're weak. And it's okay that, because at the end of the day, nobody can do everything, right? Certain things, even for certain crafty sisters. I know most of us are mostly running our businesses by ourselves, but you can outsource too. I give this tip all the time. There's an app called Fiverr where you can go and you can find help for not a lot of money, right? For some of the things that you're just not good at. Like, for example, some crafty sisters are struggling with websites. We have a crafty sis who does websites, crafty sis Tracy. She does websites. She's more of an expert at it. So let her handle that for you if you are able to afford to, get the service. But it kind of takes things off of your back and not have you doing everything in your business. Because for some of us, we just want to focus on making the beautiful party favors for our customers, right? We don't want to have to do marketing. We don't want to have to do some of the things. If you absolutely can't afford to outsource, then of course, yes, do it yourself and find ways to do that. But if you can, then I say get help in the areas that you need. Get somebody else to do it, okay? Because it's going to help you to be able to focus on the things that you need to focus on in your business. The fourth thing was to finish strong, not perfect. Perfection does not exist. Although you can get close to being, as perfect as you can, but perfection does not exist. Show up anyway. Launch that new service that you've been holding on to for months and months and months. Talk about you need to do this, and that, right? Launch your offers. I even say launch before you have a website. That's one of the things that I know people wait until they have a website to start, but it's like, no, just go ahead and start, and then you can launch afterwards, right? I know I'm repeating myself. I'm repeating myself because I'm ending the live and I'm recapping what I said. So go on somewhere, okay? Y'all are so aggravating. But yes, so the next thing is to use what you have, right? Use what you already have. Don't try to feel like you have to have all the biggest gadgets or the best things. No, you don't need any of that, okay? Use what you already have and then go from there. Allow your orders, the things that you have coming in, to be able to help you, establish more things that you need in the future. The next thing was to set realistic goals and making sure that you put a dollar amount on it. Because a lot of times the goals are too broad. I want to make sales in my business. Okay, how much do you want to make in sales? And what can you do to get there? The next thing is to prepare for your first quarter right now. Don't wait until the quarter actually starts. Start thinking of what you want to do. Start thinking of what are some of the changes that you want to make in your business. Start thinking of what are some of the ways that you want to connect with your audience. What are some of the things that you can offer? I tell crafty sisters in mentorship all the time, have something that you can offer to your customers to where they know they can come back every single month for, right? Even if it's, okay, I'm going to put on an event for the kids where they're able to do a craft and play kind of thing, right? And get the mommies together. Of course, it's going to center around your audience, but find ways to connect and also get support. So get support with like-minded people. Don't be afraid to, find ways to connect and things like that, okay? So I just want to let y'all know that you got this, okay? Whatever it is that you want to accomplish, you absolutely can accomplish. And again, I was able to leave my 9-to-5 and never look back, y'all, because that was one of the goals that I had, right? I wanted to feel like what I had to offer mattered, right? My 9-to-5, unfortunately, they just didn't show that appreciation. And I know some other crafty sisters might be going through the same thing, and you're saying, I want to be able to leave, but you have to be able to create a plan. You have to have a solid plan so that when you leave, you can also, not have to look back. But if that's what your goal is. So I just want to encourage everybody to know that, again, you can do whatever it is you set your mind to. Do not get discouraged, okay? Do not get discouraged, even if this year didn't go the best for you, because you can always look forward to what's next, okay? So that's what I will end you guys with. Again, the scholarship funds is available right now. You're able to win up to $1,000 to be able to shop resources. You guys can absolutely do whatever it is you set your mind to. And the help is out there. You just have to be willing to seek it, okay? So let's see if I missed any comments that matter. Comments that matter. Let's see. Okay, I don't. Okay. Don't see. Okay, don't see any here. Don't see any on IG. Let me make sure. All right, ladies. So that's pretty much all I have for y'all. Making sure. I think I saw something. You're welcome, Crafty Sis. Crafty Sis said, thank you. I needed to hear that. You are more than welcome, Crafty Sis. And again, you can do whatever it is that you set your mind to. It's just a matter of having, having structure. So Cakes by Torta, what do you do? Cakes? Is that what you currently offer, sis? Cakes? Because I see she says, what 3 points do you think are most important to start with when you're starting up? First things first, absolutely, is knowing who your audience is, Crafty Sis. Because I know you offer cakes, but even with cakes, because my sister does cakes too. Even with cakes, there's certain things like, for example, for her, she learned that in her business, she doesn't want to offer any and every flavor. She wants to have certain flavors that she sticks to that her customers can know they can come to her for. She doesn't do custom cakes. So it's figuring out who your audience is and what you're trying to offer to them. First things first, because once you know who you're talking to, it becomes so much easier to be able to show up, right? The second thing is having a plan. Don't just, if you're trying to grow your business, right? If you're just trying to practice and learn, then okay. But if you're actually trying to grow your business, having a plan to be able to effectively show up. And that includes a marketing strategy. For example, one of them could be going to arts markets on the weekends, right? To start off, to get your name out there in your business, right? The third thing, so we said knowing who your audience is, having a plan. The third thing is to show up even when you don't feel like everything is perfect. Because at the end of the day, in business, things will go wrong, right? Things will go wrong. You have to be willing to pivot and you have to be willing to shift with whatever's going on in your business. So first thing, of course, knowing who your audience is. Second thing is having a plan. And the third thing is showing up even on the days you don't feel like it. Even on the days where you feel like you just can't do it, right? Show up anyway. Even on the days when no one shows up. Sometimes there might be times where you go and she had one the other day where she baked all this stuff and then the event got canceled, right? She had to pivot. She pivoted and she still was able to sell the cakes, but in a different way. So show up, do it scared, do whatever you got to do to be able to effectively show up. And don't be afraid to get counsel. Don't be afraid to get mentorship, because a lot of times we try to do everything on our own. We try to start everything from scratch. But in reality, you might need a little bit of help, because you end up spending although there's always going to be mistakes. There's always going to be growing pains. But sometimes you can skip some of those steps, right? And we end up spending a lot more money and resources that didn't have to be spent if we just were to seek out the help. So that's the tips that I would give to you, Crafty Sis. Let's see if anyone else said anything. Okay, I don't see anything else. So I'm going to let y'all go. Again, I will be back on later to do our Template Thursday live. So for those of you just coming in, Template Thursday is most likely not going to happen tomorrow, y'all, because I literally cannot, because it's going to be a full busy day. But we're going to make up for it today. So join me live this afternoon, probably closer towards the evening time, because we're going to add more templates to our Christmas holiday bundle, okay? Does anybody have anything they would like to add before I let you guys go? Before I let y'all go, let me know, let me know. Let's see. Make sure I didn't miss anything. Hello, Crafty Sis Sonette. Oh, Crafty Sis Sonette. So since the Template Thursday is canceled for tomorrow, tentatively, Template Thursday is canceled for tomorrow, so we're going to do our live tonight, okay? So that's going to include, as promised, the AI characters that you asked for, okay? So join us tonight. Yes, I remember, Crafty Sis. I didn't forget you. Let's see. The time, we'll say, I'm going to try to make it on by 9 p.m., okay? That's what time we'll say, because I'm just thinking of after bedtime. Y'all know I got to get kids ready for bed. So 9 p.m. we'll do our live, okay? 9 p.m. Let's see. Thank you, Crafty Sis. Make it memorable for the clap, clap, claps. All right, y'all. So I'm going to let you guys go. I will see you guys, for those who joined for, yes, Eastern Standard Time, sis. So for those of you who joined tonight, I will see y'all at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time for our Template Wednesday. We're going to move the date to Wednesday. I will see y'all later. Bye, y'all. Say bye first.